I have no idea how much time had passed. By then, we were already naked, slowly enjoying each other. I wasn't in a hurry. I never liked to rush things. But I entered her well before those two entered the room. They lay down next to us, trying to imitate us. I have to say her choice of attire took me by surprise. She hadn't undressed completely, and whatever she'd decided to leave on could barely be called lingerie. A silk slip, cheap hot dog pink, semi-tight. She pulled her breasts out of her bra, halfway, just enough to put them on display. Luckily, she'd taken her panties off. She lay on her back. He got on top. And for some reason, she thought this would be a great moment to resume our dinner table conversation. I did my best to ignore her. So did my passionate one. By that point, we were in a different reality. Now I understand that's exactly how we should have kept going. Just kept going, ignoring, going. But I think I've already mentioned my natural sense of politeness. Yeah. And that's not me bragging. Quite the opposite. How could I thought. This is a swinger night. There are guests, and we... So my sweetheart and I stopped. We brought them into our little circle. And then she said it. I've never heard anything like it in real life. Not before, not after. In movies, yes. In comedies. Maybe in some sappy family drama. Or in a psychoanalyst's case study. I was with her. Her partner was with my lovely one. And then the woman, still in her sausage-colored nightie, seemingly looking at me and saying something to me, held out her hand to him, and then she exclaimed. She exclaimed. Like a damn character in a Chekhov play. It went something like this. Baby, what is it happening again? And then, turning to us. Can you believe this? He works so hard. I understand. He works so much. Of course he has to. I totally get it. You see? We barely start and he's already done. He just loses it right away. Can you imagine? For at least 3 days, I swear, images from that night haunted me. Got in the way of living. The moment my diamond and I found ourselves in bed, aiming for a particular goal, bam! There she was, her face, her voice, floating right back to me. The tone, the musicality of her little monologue. And I had to summon every ounce of willpower to chase away that ghost. Memories like that, I won't lie, are murder on the libido. But over time, they faded. I made sure they did. I worked hard to make them disappear faster. And I did forget a lot of details. So thoroughly, in fact, that reopening that night now is almost impossible. Just vague flashes, just what I've told you. All the little strokes and contours, blurred beyond recovery, not just for me. Can you remember anything about them? She told us so much that night. Didn't they work together or something?
No, he didn't work with her.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think I remember now. They didn't actually cross paths at work.
Yeah, you're right.
What I do remember is her blurting out that he couldn't get it up, right in the middle of us having sex.
She said he comes home from work so exhausted, so drained, just completely wiped out.
Yeah.
And then when he gets in bed and I climb on top of him, he just nothing. He's too tired from work.
Yeah. By the way, do you remember how it all started with them? The foreplay, the build-up, you know what I mean?
Well, if memory serves, I might be wrong, you know how it is. But I think you got everyone up to dance at some point. And honestly, I probably went to the bathroom and by the time I came back, she was already in that slip.
No, she got undressed in the shower. That I remember for sure. Did we sit with them for a long time at the table? Do you remember?
I think just like we usually do.
And what's usually?
I remember we talked for quite a while. She was telling us something, and it was pretty clear their relationship wasn't all that happy.
Wait, but they're not even married, are they? What are you talking about?
Well, they've been together for a long time, but they take separate vacations. I remember she was really jealous that he was going on vacation alone. Or, no, wait. He gave her money to go on vacation, but he didn't go himself, and that's why she got jealous. The whole conversation was kind of weird.
Okay, but do you remember how many times we had sex with them that night? Just once or more?
I don't remember. Once for sure, but a second time? No idea.
Or more? And when she started talking about his problem, was I in her at that moment?
No, I remember it differently. He was lying there, and she was touching him with one hand while telling us all that crap.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I was inside her when she said it.
Well, that's possible, yeah. But I do remember her stroking him and talking all that awful stuff about him.
What else do you remember about them? Any details from the bedroom?
I remember her body was kind of soft.
Yeah, her body, sure.
Oh, and I remember kissing her. And she kept glancing back over her shoulder at him, all flirty, like you like it when girls kiss, huh?
No way. I don't remember that at all.
Yes, exactly like that. And it felt so performative, you know?
I really don't remember if I kissed her or not.
Oh, come on. Of course you did.
Yeah, I think I must have. But it didn't leave any impression on me.
Well, she just wasn't very interesting.
The only crystal clear memory I have of sex that night, she was lying on her back, legs spread out like a little frog, smiling nervously.
No, but I do remember kissing her, even in bed, and she kept looking at him.
Where was I during all this? Do you remember?
I have no idea what you were doing at that moment.
Wow, thanks.
Well, obviously you were somewhere nearby.
Do you remember anything about him?
Him, well, he was kind of boring, but I do think he was more into it than she was. She felt fake, and he was just, I don't know, quiet.
Yeah, I remember the fakeness too, but do you have anything more specific?
They were both kind of bland, honestly. I remember other people so well, but them, almost nothing.
I do remember being really glad I'd taken that Viagra. Otherwise, I don't think I would have managed at all, being with them.
Jesus.
Did he say anything? Do you remember?
Something, yeah, but very...
Yeah, very... as in barely anything. She wouldn't shut up, but he...
No, he mostly kept quiet. But honestly, I don't think he was as dumb as she was.
Oh, that's an interesting take.
On the other hand, she was scheming. She was definitely playing some kind of game. It was obvious she was trying to hold on to him. And the truth is, he was much more interesting than she was.
Yeah, and sooner or later she's gonna lose him anyway. He's gonna leave. It's obvious. And that's their problem, not ours. But still, what about the actual...
What,
Do you remember anything else?
No.
No. Same. I barely remember a thing. I mean, I did have sex with her, but all that's left in my head is that damn frog pose. Can you believe that?
You know what else I remember? How pushy they got afterward, when we didn't want to see them again. She kept texting asking why.
Yeah, they were annoying. But still, I'm trying to remember more about the sex. I must have finished, but how? I don't even remember that. And do you remember if he finished? Did he even get there?
No idea. But you know what's funny? With these two, I don't have any lingering sexual memories. Just psychological ones. And honestly, the guy wasn't awful or anything, just dull. But her, she was on another level.
Yeah, and she ruined the mood herself. I mean, if you show up for this kind of thing, at least don't act insecure about your body. And for God's sake, don't talk so much. She was constantly running defense, hiding behind all that chatter. Like, sure, most people don't look perfect naked, but that's not what makes good, is it?
You know what else I remember? The wine. They brought wine and chocolates. I remember all this pointless crap, but not the main thing. And they kept going out to the balcony to smoke.
Yeah, and in bed, she just killed the vibe over and over. And after she made that comment about his problem, it really became his problem.
And honestly, the guy didn't seem like an idiot, just quiet. I think he would have done better if she weren't there.
Yeah, and yet she was the one pushing for all of this. He was completely passive.
Maybe she was trying to show him, look how cool I am, taking you to swinger parties. No other woman would do this for you. You'll never find anyone better than me.
Right. And meanwhile, she keeps harping on about how he can't get it up. But enough about her. Do you remember anything about him? I mean, technically...
Something vague, beige, forgettable. That's about it.
Well, here's what I remember. He had a perfectly normal build, Nice face.
A little bit of a belly. No, not fat. Just, I don't know what else to say about him.
For example, I remember that she shaved down there. Left the little patch just above.
No, I think she shaved everything. Yeah, she was completely bare.
Okay, so you remember her, but what about him?
No, I don't remember, but now I do remember her for sure. She was fully shaved, legs too, but they were prickly, like not smooth at all.
Not smooth at all, kind of rough. And him? You must have touched him too. What was his dick like, at least?
I think it was long and thin, not totally sure.
Was he shaved?
Don't remember.
Funny how you remember everything about her down there, but him...
No, I didn't remember her right away either. Just the legs. The stubble.
The stubble... Friends, I'd like to ask you once again to subscribe to my channel. Here I'll be posting each chapter of the book, one after another. Don't forget to hit the like button and leave your comments. I'll have to practice a bit of self-censorship and cut out some explicit parts. But don't worry, I'll include a link to where you can find the full, uncensored version of the book, with nothing edited or bleeped out. Check the links in the channel description. See you soon.